I had authority to settle her case for $750,000. I said no. Then I went back to the insurance company and we had an additional discussion. You want to know what happened from there and what we ultimately resolved the case for? Come join me as I share with you this great information. Hi, I'm Gerry Oginski. I'm a New York medical malpractice and personal injury trial lawyer practicing law in the state of New York. This was a failure to diagnose breast cancer case, and the defense made an offer of $750,000, and I said no. The demand was much higher. Now, when an attorney makes a demand in a case, the defense knows that that's not the actual number that the case is going to settle for unless you turn around and say, this is my absolute bottom number. This is the case that it has to settle for, otherwise we're trying the case, and a jury will put a number on how much compensation to give to my client. So now the defense came back to us after that discussion and said, we'll give you $1 million to settle this case. And I told my client about it, and she said, you can do it if you think it's appropriate. You know what I said? Absolutely not. Now, why would I tell her that? I told her that because it was not in her best interest to settle the case for $1 million. It was my opinion that her case was worth considerably more. So now the discussions continued forward, and this went on for a period of weeks, where now I'm explaining why the case is worth more, the defense is trying to show why their case is worth less, and now we're trying to come to an agreement. The defense offered $1.25 million. I spoke to my client. She told me, if you think it's right, go ahead and settle. I said, no, it's not right. We had another discussion. The defense came back with $1.4 million. She gave me authority to settle. I said, no. Finally, the defense came around and said, we'll give you $1.6 million. My client turned around and says, yes, I give you authority to settle this case. I contacted the defense. You know what I said? That's the number that will settle this case. So why do I share this quick information with you? I share it with you just to give you an insight and an understanding to one case that I was able to negotiate, where although my client had given me authority and consent to settle this case for $750,000, it was inappropriate, the offer was unfair, and that's why it was necessary to continue the negotiation phase until the point was reached where the defense said, hey, here's the line in the sand. This is our bottom line number, what we're offering. Either you take it or you go to trial. And it was at that point that my client turned around and says, yes, I will accept that. And I agreed. You know, I realize you're watching this because you have questions or concerns about your own particular matter. Well, if your matter happened in New York and it involves either a medical malpractice matter or an accident case or even a wrongful death matter, and you do have legal questions, what I encourage you to do is pick up the phone and call me. I can answer your legal questions. You know, this is something I do every single day, and I'd love to talk to you. You can reach me at 516-487-8207 or by email at Gerry, Gerry, at oginski-law.com. That's it for today's quick video. I'm Gerry Oginski. Have a fantastic day.